there's 2 people watching now. I was going to say before there wasn't anybody watching.
All right. So
it's Tuesday
welcome
again,
to Tuesday again.
Right?
It feels like it's always Tuesday.
It feels Tuesday comes really
Tuesday
quick.
comes super, super fast, doesn't it?
It sure does.
I came and peeked in here on my vacation last week. The rest of it was really great. Always too short, but really great. I'm glad to be back and seeing all you guys who have come in to see us this week already. It's been already a busy week, so that's always fun. So,
yeah,
and you get to go next week.
Yes. Everybody's been like, "What are you doing here?" Next week is my vacation, but I'll be here Tuesday as well. So we can't resist saying hi to all of you guys. So we enjoy this. It's kind of fun.
It is.
As
you know, I literally we were like we were having a meeting with Jean, and it was like, we gotta go. it's time. So I told Sarah, I'm like, you need to go do all that stuff because I don't know how to do it. So good thing she's coming next week, or I don't know that I would figure that out.
I'm sure I
probably
could.
So we have some upcoming classes that we've got scheduled, and it's right on screen there. So
Yeah. Look at
there.
That. Michelle commented on our Facebook page, but I don't see it yet. Hi.
Hello. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Lisa's
Hi, Mary.
Mom. Hi, Mary. Nice to see you again.
Mary and Mary.
Mary. Yeah.
You know.
So
all we need now is Joe
Roseanne,
and the kid.
Right? Joe and
all
the
we
kid.
need now is Joe
Mary,
and the kid.
Joe and the kid. That's a
Hi,
fantastic
Roseanne.
one. So you know what? A couple people have been in this week and they're like, "Oh, we love seeing you." On Facebook, I can see that there are a few people watching us right now, but we can't see who you are unless you say hi.
Unless you say hi and give us a comment so your name follows
please
up on
just say
screen.
hi
just
so
be
we
like,
can say hi
Barb.
back to you. That way we can.
And when it reaches the bar, Sarah
if you see me going like this, it's because lots of people have said hello and I can't see the last comment.
Hi,
but yeah, we love to see who's there. So just say hi.
Just say hi so we know that you're there. And hi, Shirley.
And Barb and
all kinds of
everybody.
We're getting some hellos, so that's wonderful.
Yeah.
So yes, we have, as it states along here, we've got, that is really weird. I'm trying to get my hand right, so I'm looking like cross-eyed almost. So I have Scan and Cut Club coming.
You can't see my cool shirt. It says Baby
It's got Baby Lock. You could read it if it was on me.
Thanks, Mom.
Thanks, Mom. So I have Scan and Cut Club coming up this Saturday or the following Wednesday, so the 10th or the 14th. This Saturday we'll be starting at 3 o'clock when the store shop closes down, and then next Wednesday we'll start at 5 o'clock because we close it. Yeah, mine's out here somewhere too. I think I buried it.
You buried it?
I don't know. We always have our phones with us, don't we?
Except for during the day when it's raining.
Then we're like, do you know where my phone was? Because I've lost it.
Right.
So I didn't have any of this stuff prepped when I was just running in here last week. So this is the design that we're going to be doing. It says all this, and I sew too. And what we'll actually be doing is learning how to cut the applique fabric to be put into an embroidery design. So a lot of embroidery designs now come with SVG. There's a folder.
Scan and cut, guys, just in case you were confused.
Scan and cut. This is not an embroidery class. It is a scan and cut class.
Yes.
They just are getting an embroidery design with it. So a lot of embroidery files do come with SVGs now. But if you're anything like us, we've been collecting files for years and years and years. And a lot of those older ones didn't because it wasn't a thing.
It wasn't a thing.
It really wasn't a thing. So we're going to cover how to get that file.
Before thing.
Before the thing. Yes. BT. I'm going to use that. I like it. So before we had all of that given to us so freely, I'm going to show you guys how to get that file out of the embroidery file itself to be able to be used in the scan and cut. So you get the exact size and shape for whatever your applique happens to be. So that's what club is going to be. Your kits are all ready. If you guys would like to come on in and sign up, it is $25 for the class. If you have a punch card, you could use that for a $15 credit, just like we did last time. So super simple. I am currently working on instructions. So your instruction, directions, whatever your goodies for following along later after the fact are going to be emailed to you with the Zoom link so that you'll have those available to you for class, but they're not done yet.
And is there anything that they have to have pre-prepped? So in case they don't have their instructions
I didn't bring a kit over here, but that's a really good point. And I plan to put that in the email, but it's always good to tell you guys too. So
just in
in
case.
your kit, you have this adorable sewing teal colored fabric. You have a piece of applique wonder, fusible applique, depending upon what, look at Hayden, he's so good. So here is what your kit actually is going to be. And then you have a large piece of black fabric that you can actually use to sew out the design if you choose to do so, because you have to have something. So before we actually get started, something that we would have done here during class, but it's probably easier if you guys do it beforehand, is to press your teal fabric to the applique backing. And you're going to want to press that to the papery shiny side, not the waxy shiny side. You can't just say shiny side on that. It's kind of,
yes,
they're both kind of shiny.
right. So you want to fuse the wrong side.
Fuse
of
the wrong
fabric.
side. So here is my cute little fabric. It's got sewing machines and scissors. It's really cute. And then here is the applique. So one side looks more papery. It's not as shiny. I don't know if you guys can see the glare in the light or not. That is the back. So you don't want, you want to put that part down on, so the paper-esque side. It is texture. You can see it. And it's actually got a shine to it, which is why it said it's kind of hard to describe because they're both shiny.
Mm-hmm.
But you want to take the wrong side and place that on your fabric. I'm sorry, that's not fabric. On your backing, and then fuse that. It doesn't, you're going to want a decently high heat. I don't have the exact
highest temperature you have.
Turn it all the way up.
From the front.
From the top.
Don't do it on the applique
Yep.
fusible web stuff.
And the piece is larger, as you can see. So what I did is I took and lined that up, and then I just cut off that excess, because when you go to put that and you hit it with your iron, you're gonna need to come in and buy some iron off because you're gonna have goop all over the back of your iron. So cut off that excess piece there and fuse that on. It would have taken me a lot longer to trim all. This is like the whole size of the roll.
Yeah.
So that's, I just gave you guys the width that you needed. So you do have just a little bit of extra that I recommend you cut off before you fuse.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Kathy.
And
Hi,
Sandy
Sandra.
and
Debbie.
Michelle. There's all kinds of you guys in there. I'm
Hi.
ducking. There's Deb Burris down there. She's on the fold.
It's the comment shuffle.
Right? So you'll have your kit there. Make sure you bring a USB stick in. You're going to receive the embroidery file to do that. The embroidery file to do it with the background of the black, which I don't know if you guys can tell, that's supposed to be a spool of thread. So that is the background. So you'll get a background file, a non-background file, and then also two files that are the embroidery design split. So if you don't have a super large hoop, you still have the ability to do that.
If you need a super large hoop, there's some special financing coming at the end of the month.
You guys knew that was going to come at some point, right? So,
and I got it scrolling on the bottom, so we have.
So you can see that information down there. So there is extended financing available.
October 16th,
16th through the 30th.
For brother. We do have a baby lock special too, but it's a smaller window. So
it's like
we have 3 days. Yeah, we have a little more wiggle room. October 26th through November 2nd. So it's a little.
26 is like the most important day of the year because it's the day I can.
Anymore.
Hey, hello, we're back. So anyways, back to the important information of the day. October 26th is my birthday.
Yes.
So so that
bring
is the
kids
day
that
that
day.
yes, come in, get extended financing, bring me a cupcake, or cookie or donut,
or money.
or candy pecans,
Gift cards.
I'm just kidding. But that I'm not going to forget when that sale starts, am I? So October 26th to November 2nd are the Baby Lock little window of time in there for some special financing for Baby Lock.
So if you need that bigger hoop.
If you need that bigger hoop. So the background one, that is for a 9.5 by 14 inch hoop. I did that 6 months ago.
Right.
I am impressed I can remember that at this point in my life.
That was pre-COVID.
That was pre-crazy. PC.
PC.
No longer means politically correct. It means pre-COVID
Pre-COVID.
and pre-crazy.
BS before Sarah.
Before Sarah,
We have lots
which is
of
a bunch of
acronyms around here.
BS, right, guys? Yeah. So yeah, that is the class that I have coming up. So then
Yeah.
Sarah's on vacation next week, and then when she comes back, she's going to do her foot fetish.
Foot fetish class. I'm
So-
really excited. A lot of you guys have already
We've
signed
got
up.
a nice sign up
So
list for that.
I'm really
So
excited about that. We are going to be talking about a couple different feet. So if you have purchased a sewing machine in a reasonable amount of time, I don't know, the last 50 years or so,
50 years.
you
or so.
probably have this foot here. This is the blind hem foot. Everybody has one. And most people don't use it. So I'm hoping that I can get you guys using that. I'm actually going to teach you how to
How
fold,
to fold
the fabric
That's the hard part.
for the blind hem as well. So
Stitching, it's easy. It's
It is.
folding
It's
of
the
the
folding of the
fabric that's
fabric.
hard.
So we're going to do the blind hem, and then we're going to talk about the edge joining foot. So on the surface, the edge joining foot looks very similar to the blind hem foot. They all kind of look alike. That's kind of why I picked them all. And then we have the stitch in the ditch foot, which is this guy.
And we have a paper version of the dual feed.
Yes.
So dual feed feet, these are called soles, SOLE, and these are the special feet you can put on the walking foot on steroids, which is called your dual feed. It is a belt-driven walking
Yes.
foot, so it's really cool.
And there is, which we didn't bring over here because I don't know if I have the 3-soled walking foot, but there's a 3-soled traditional walking foot that also has the stitch in the ditch adapter. So I'll be talking about that as well. So you'll get the full
You
gist.
get the skinny on all of those.
You'll get the skinny on all of those.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I'll show you kind of what I do with the feet, and maybe you'll learn some new tricks or tips or something, hopefully. And
Hopefully.
I kind of picked these feet because these were pretty popular. So there's a lot of you, and I know everybody wants a discount and you're all looking for some a real big deal, but I know a lot of you probably already have these feet, and maybe you haven't used them. So I'm hoping to maybe get you excited about using feet,
using them, and
so that maybe you'll be interested in learning
I have thread on.
some of the other feet.
I
So
always have thread on me.
it's the workplace thing,
It's the
right?
workplace
If
thing.
we have thread on us, it looks like we worked.
I like it. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I always have thread on me, because
Absolutely.
I work super hard
Because we work really hard here. We run all day.
all day. Are you? I notice I don't have a sweater on.
I
I've had
know.
one on all day, but I ditched it right
These
before this.
long sleeves.
So last week I had that jean jacket on, and I literally thought I was gonna pass out before we got done. I was like, but I only had a tank top underneath of it, so it would have looked really poor to take it off. But it was.
So you
it was
suffered
very
through.
warm. I suffered
the
through
greater
for you
good.
guys. I suffered through. It was. But yeah.
Oh, hi Anna, Marilyn, Carol,
Oh.
Karen. I can't see it when I see it on my tippy
Yeah,
toes.
that's.
We're
just-
gonna have to get a professional stand for this someday.
We might have to.
If
do
you guys could see what we're working with here, you would laugh.
You would definitely.
But we're
laugh.
making it work. So
Mhm.
you had a whole week off, minus the one day that you were
That
here.
I was here.
Yeah,
Yeah, that whole hour.
the whole hour. I was worried that you
She
had
did.
forgotten
So I
about me.
came in, and I think you were in the bathroom when I came in. So
Yeah.
she didn't know I got here. And I went back and I said hey to Gene, because I hadn't seen him in 3 weeks, and said, hey, how was your vacation? All of that good stuff. And then I came out and she was like, oh, thank God, I thought you ditched me.
I thought I was gonna
like-
have to talk to Hazel.
You know, sometimes the best conversation is people that can't argue with you.
This is true.
So that might not have been a bad thing. But anyways, so yeah, I had a nice vacation. I had a staycation, chilled out. My youngest, my son's girlfriend, stayed with us this week. She's traveling north and south on a pretty regular basis. So she stops in when she's passing by and hangs out, which is awesome because, 18-year-old long distance relationships are hard.
Mhm.
So, I mean, any long distance relationship is hard, but at that age is
Really hard.
so they're very cute, and so she stayed with us. So I actually cooked and made
Did that whole
made some.
domesticated
I
thing?
did the whole. Well, no, I cooked.
Okay.
I didn't clean. Let's just be really clear about that. I organized my sewing room a little bit, but then I was like, this is boring. I want to actually make something, and so I
And make
tried a couple
something
things.
You did
And
that.
make something I did, yes. So I did things for other people for the first half of the week, and they have those things, and then the last half of the week it was all about me. That's how life should be sometimes.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So I have this totally buried under 12 things. And so a couple weeks ago, I showed you guys a tall dress form that I did. It's a fabric collage from Laura Heine. This is her featherweight pattern, and put a lot of stuff on there. So
we
this
started with what was on top.
yeah, so I got the back. It's all quilted and everything. So it's just straight line quilting, or almost straight line quilting. The great thing about this is it doesn't really matter.
Right.
It's all there. So these are all cut, fussy cut with scissors. I used Steam Seam Light 2 as the applique backing for that. And then you fussy cut all of your shapes and all that fun stuff. And then you fuse that on and then line quilt everything to top that off. So I do have this pattern here in shop if anybody wants to give it a try. I did use a fabric kit, which was purchased directly from Laura Heine's online shop. And I think it's really fun. When I first did this, I'm like, should I actually say Heine? Right. Maybe I'll just call her Laura Heine. Then I was like, nope, she does it, I'll do it, right? So it just felt like I was being
rude.
Yeah, a little bit rude. So I found my phones.
Yes.
We'll cover those back up. So if they go off, maybe we won't hear the noise.
It feels like you're dialing.
Oh, you never know. Yep. I'm calling Timbuktu. I do that a lot.
It's a good thing we don't actually pay for long distance anymore.
Right. You guys remember that? I have pictures of my kids with the phone and we were all like, ah! But that was like actual rotary,
right?
Crazy
Those are the
stuff.
days.
They didn't know what they were doing. They just thought they were playing with the toy.
So that's really fantastic.
That was a lot of fun. So like I said, this time I did use a fabric kit. So literally it was following a picture and saying, oh, this fabric can go here and this fabric can go here. It wasn't as creative as picking out your own fabrics, cutting them, and figuring out where everything was going to go. I liked the ease of this one, but the other one was a little bit more challenging. So a little bit more fun, actually.
Right. The
hunt of all of that. You do really start looking at fabrics differently. It's like, if I cut that apart, that could go here, or it's kind of funny. Can I just get a quarter yard of that?
Right.
And a little bit of that. Do you have any scraps? Go to your neighbor's house that sews with you and go through their things, because everybody has different stashes. So it was very interesting.
Look at the stash. You look at the fabric.
You look at it so differently because you only want a part of it instead of the whole thing. So this was a lot of fun. And so again, I have to either thank or curse, I'm not sure which, Beth, because she got me going on all of that. So thank you, Barb. I know that we talked about those last time you guys were in here too. So it was a lot of fun, and this one went a lot faster.
It's also a little bit smaller.
It is smaller, but
with
having all of the stuff there wasn't the hunt and the peck in the
and the whole room.
It wasn't I don't like that. I got to redo that whole section, and there that goes, and all of that. So it was much more productive time spent.
True.
So and I watched a lot of Netflix while I was stitching in a straight line over and over and over.
Yeah, straight line quilting is not super exciting.
It's not exciting, but it came out really nice. So I guess that's all that matters.
So it is.
I had a lot of fun.
Good.
So what did you make?
I made a wallet. So this has I've been eyeing this for quite some time. So this is a pattern. It's called Lucky Penny. It's by Sally Tomato. And it's all made out of cork. So there's no flipping, turning, stuffing. There's no interfacing.
Your edges are all finished already because it's cork.
Right. So here's the wallet. I'll fold it back up here. So here's the little wallet. And there's a little band here.
So what kind of cork is that?
This is the Brother Scan and Cut cork on the front. And whatever black cork we have here, it's not Brother.
It's not Brother. So it's a combination of a couple different things together. It's a really nice combo. They look really nice together.
It would have I should have had brown, but I didn't have brown, so black.
It kind of looks brownish.
It does.
It looks like a really deep brown.
Deep brown. But it's got credit card slots at the bottom. Oops. Credit card slots
that
at
gets
the bottom.
me every time too.
Right?
I'm like, which way? See,
and,
I didn't cover that up enough.
Pockets for you to put your cashola in and stuff. And I don't know how I feel about it, really. It's
wow, that really went nuts. I don't know what just happened.
So I think I really liked the Scan and Cut material, but I think that it's a little bit thinner than the other stuff, and I think it would have been suited better on
To
the
have the
inside of the
heavier,
wallet
yep.
and put the heavier on the
outside.
outside.
That makes sense.
If I were to do it again. And Lisa and I were talking about it this morning. It doesn't. It's there's no
There's a hole in the middle.
there's a hole in the bucket.
There's
dear
a
Liza.
hole in the bucket, dear Liza.
So I feel like you should do some stitching across there. But
Of
if
course,
you do
you'd
that,
see that on the
you're
other
gonna see
side.
that on the other side. So I figured that there's probably maybe something that I can do. I don't know. I'm
Maybe
pondering.
some fabric glue.
That's what I was thinking. Maybe even if it just put a smidge in the middle of that, it might be. But she also gives you some hardware options. So a really nice
Right.
clasp versus
It's
the
a very
band
cute,
here.
very simplistic, but very cute.
But I mean,
So was it hard?
no. I mean,
Yeah.
like an hour.
That's not bad.
It took me longer to cut it out because of the shapes. Because they aren't, it's not just squares and rectangles. They're straight lines, but they're just going in different directions.
All different ways.
So it did take me longer to cut out than it
And to put
actually
it together?
did to stitch. Yeah,
Yeah.
the instructions they're very clear and they're really super easy.
So really clear instructions is super helpful because that's not always a thing.
Yes. So it was great. And like I said, super quick.
Cool.
And this would be a great, I'm trying not to carry like a ton of stuff like when I go into a store these days.
Maybe that's why my back hurts.
Right. So I mean, I was thinking this could like really go. It could fit in my
It could
back
actually,
pocket.
yep.
And then
It's not super bulky.
right. I wouldn't have to carry like a whole ton of stuff. Sarah, we are supposed to have a class on that wallet. Yes. I wasn't brave enough to cut it on my scan and cut this weekend. I actually contemplated it, but one of the things that
I never finished doing that file for
We
you, did I?
No.
I started it and then we got distracted.
Right.
Can you imagine?
imagine. And so what this led me to is some very interesting conversation that I thought, and we didn't even get a chance to talk about this.
I'm
So-
like, what conversation is that? I don't remember it.
So when I have a pattern from somebody and it has pattern pieces, I usually make a copy of those pattern pieces. So on this particular pattern, her paper is it's
Uncopyable?
uncopyable. So
Uncopyable.
when you make a copy of the pattern, it says void all over it. So I mean, I could still
She's so
see
smart.
the stuff, but on both sides, that's what it said, void. So when I scanned it, the scan and cut read void, 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 and then the lines, and I was like, this is gonna take me too long, so I just cut it out. So that's where I was with that. But like I said, it didn't even take me an hour. And some of you might have remembered I said that I bought that straight stitch machine.
Yeah.
And so I got to play with that on this, and it really sews through the cork like butter.
That's an important thing
It
to have
was.
that not fighting you, whatever it is you're doing,
Yes.
that it just works
So,
magically.
yeah, there's a lot of layers in the little seam parts here. So I really enjoyed it. But if you're looking for something that's quick and easy, it is a great product to make and would be really easy for anybody. So could there be checks there in the open section?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a pocket that you could put the back of the checkbook in there and it would work very well.
Yes, absolutely.
Yep.
And like I said, I do think that you could easily stay stitch across, like, and I think if you did it right on the top where the fold
Mhm.
is,
It wouldn't look out of place,
wouldn't
if you
look
will.
out of place.
Mhm.
Yeah, I just
Yep.
I didn't do that because I was trying to show you guys the original pattern. So which you
It's
should know
funny
is
how many things we
hard.
don't alter
right.
just for you guys.
It's the struggle is real. That's
It
so
is
hard.
definitely a thing. You're like, well, if I was really doing this for me, I would do it like this and like
Yes.
this. And
So
yeah.
I made
So-
that, and then I know that you guys are all dying to know whatever happened. Did I get my Mickey Mouse stuff?
I was just gonna say,
Right?
you have to show,
So I
No,
never.
wait. before we do that, how many calendars have you bought this year?
This is my third.
Okay, just checking. I just had to ask.
And I really, this one I have like a calendar piece. I love this one, and so I didn't actually buy a new planner.
You just bought the cover.
Well, I tried
And the
to buy a
pages.
new planner, but I couldn't get the planner, so I bought a notebook.
Out of stock already. Can
Out
you
of stock,
imagine?
and I got up at 5 a.m. to order these online because
She's like, I couldn't sleep. I just got up
I
out of
was
bed
like,
because I had to order it.
right. So they had a notebook with paper in it, and so I decided to use the notebook as my cover. But I know you guys will just love this. So here's my little
there's
Minnie
Mouse.
right? The glare is awful.
The
in
glare
here.
is really bad, but I think they
There you
can.
go.
That's a good one right
Yeah.
there.
And then
So,
at the bottom it says, "Love yourself from bow to toe." So cute. So I was super excited, and then the inside cover has
Little Minnie
little
Mouse.
Minnie Mouse heads with bows.
With the
So
bows.
super cute. So I was really excited. I did finally get this because I didn't actually have to go into a Joann's to do it. I was able to do it.
So you didn't get to view a new drama.
No drama.
No drama this time around.
But I ordered it at 5 a.m. and they said at 7 a.m. it was ready for pickup, but I had to wait until 10 when they opened. So it was like, yeah, the struggle is real here.
Let me just say, I was definitely snoring at that point.
Yeah. I wake up sometimes, most mornings, between 5 and 5:30.
I do too, but I roll over and go back to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a kind of a normal thing now. I can't sleep for any long period of time. I went to bed early last night. I was in sleep before 10 o'clock, which is way early for me. And at 12:18, I was big and wide awake. So I read some books until I fell asleep again. But it was close to 2 before I fell asleep. And then I woke up again and again. Not fun. So what else you got new?
Pens. Yeah.
She's very excited about little things sometimes.
Right? It's the little things.
It's all about the tool. So my mom and I were having this conversation. She's working on Ginger's pillow, and she needed to make the yo-yos. And I'm like, you need to just come over and use my yo-yo maker because it's so much easier. So having the correct tool for whatever it is that you're doing really is the cat's meow.
It is.
It is. Absolutely is.
So if you have taken any quilting type classes from me, you know that I'm a big proponent on pinning. Your projects. I know that and I use spray basting. I use 505. I use that for lots of different things. But I have just found that on most of my projects, quilt-wise,
that extra security.
I prefer the pin method, in part because I don't always get to it right away. So the pins don't stop sticking.
They don't stop.
So, and I always use these little itty bitty brass pins because they don't leave.
Yes, we sold a box of like 100 of them for a while here. And they have that little bend in them and the whole shebang. But gosh, that box of pins was what, 40 bucks?
Yeah, because they were
expensive because they were brass.
They were actually straight at the bottom.
Oh, were they? They didn't have the dip?
Because they were so tiny. But
so these have the little.
These are brand new. So can you guys see them? I'm so short.
Yeah.
Tony's laughing at me. All right. So these are made by Clover, and they are called Wonder Pens, and they are kind of expensive.
I just covered your face.
Right?
Sorry. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah.
Crossing your head?
Yeah.
That's what made me think of that. Sorry. I have a really great picture of my kids, and my son is behind my oldest, and she's doing this, and his face just fits right there. It's the cutest picture ever. Sorry.
That's okay.
I'm sorry. There was your comedy act for the day.
We always have to.
Gotta have something, right?
So these are the little pins, right?
I'm looking for something dark. That's
enough.
not dark enough. Oh, well, here.
You can kind of see. There we go. There's a good picture of the pin.
I'll cover my face this time. There.
So there's plastic on these pins.
So this part, the pink,
yep,
is nice and squishy.
Or yellow. There's pink and yellow in here.
Or
two
yellow.
colors. And so you have something to hold down onto. And the big side is not the side that opens. It opens on the little end here. But then you have this little pin piece. So you can kind of see it's crooked. Maybe. I don't know.
Not.
This is terrible. Anyways, you have to just trust me. It's so cool.
Come in and check it out.
Anyways, so
you can't see it right there.
These will go into your project much easier, and they close really
Super nice.
Right? Yeah. So that's one of the hardest things is to get the safety pins closed. So these are brand new in the store. There's a pack of 20. They're $18.75. I know that's a stupid, weird number, but it just is the number.
It works, right?
So
we don't choose the numbers. We just put them on the price tag.
Yes, but they're here, and if you need some cool pins to try, and they come in this cute little package, which
you can actually reclose.
You can, yeah. So here you go. I can reclose it. Super cute. But we have these brand new pins in stock.
And how long have we been waiting for those?
Months. I think I ordered those PC.
Oh Lord. Okay.
Which feels like BC.
Doesn't it that? So
What
I
else do you
ordered
have?
I
Yeah.
ordered right before I went on vacation and restocked all of our glitter vinyl. I didn't really get into the other stuff as much, but we had a lot of glitter vinyl that was out of those colors. So we carry
No problem, Barb. I'll set aside one for you.
glitter heat transfer vinyl, and this is sold by the foot. So there is also Brother Scan and Cut vinyl that is on a roll, which if you're using like for 6 feet of something, then you want to buy that because that's going to work on that roll feeder. But this is really great, and you can use this as fabric as well. So there is a whole bunch of these things that are also made by Kimberbell. The really cool thing about this is this whole thing, as I don't know if you saw, says $5. Maybe you can see that. Maybe you can't.
But
But
take our word for it.
you'll have to take our word for it. So we sold these. These are 20-inch tall, and then we cut everything at a foot. So a 12 by 20 inch piece was $5. And that's what these cost. We have regular fashion film, which is just like what's on Sarah's shirt. It's just a color.
Can't see.
It's called fashion film. And then we also have some really fun stuff, which is holographic. So I have, oh, yeah, that's cool too. So the reason that we got the holographic was really because a little birdie told us that you could use the holographic transfer vinyl just like it was a rhinestone. So you can cut the little circles. So this
Like
is
I'm in a
actually,
dandelion field.
you are in a dandelion field. You actually would cut this. This is a rhinestone pattern. So to make a template for the rhinestones, and if you came to that class, you were cursing me by the end of it because there were so many little pieces that you had to get out and whatnot. And once you weed your template, you can use it over and over and over again. But getting the template ready to go is the hardest part. This took, 4 minutes to cut, maybe. And I just press it on and I'm all done. So really easy. This is a great option for children because kids like to
Pick.
stuff their shirts of whatever those are, and then they eat them, and you don't want that. So this wouldn't be something that they could pick off
Yeah.
for the little
Does
guys
that
too.
come off?
Right? No, it does not. So if you guys have not met our disco gnome, he is made with some of the different things that we have here. So his disco pants here are that holographic, actually used from the scraps that I pulled off of that guy there. The white here is this stuff. So that is heat transfer vinyl that we just peeled that plastic off and used it just like fabric. And then the green is actually the Kimberbell glitter sheets. So you can use that as all kinds of things, which really opens up a lot of doors. So if you are making something that needs to look like snow, this is the stuff. It's really, really cool. Christmas hats. You have glitter red. It really adds a lot of pop to whatever your project is. So
And it doesn't take a lot of space. So you
No.
can have a whole bunch of those, ready.
Yep, one sheet can do many, many things because it's just these little pieces that you're pulling from there. So the great news is I have refilled all of the fun colors. So we do now finally have orange back in stock. So if you're making pumpkins, we can hook you up. You can have glittery pumpkins. But we've also been able to lower the price. So with the new ordering, we've actually lowered the price of all of the options that we have here. So this was originally $5. It's now $4 per foot. So again, a 12 by 20 one of these days I'm going to know sign language, but it's not today. So these are now $4 for that. The holographic and the fashion film were originally $4, and they're down another $1, so down to $3. That's that one, yeah, down to $3. So there's also some fun stuff that I saw when I was searching. We have a foiling kit for the scan and cut, but it's intended specifically for paper, and the pieces and everything that you use on there are only, you can't put that on a shirt and have that work. So I was very intrigued and thought we probably should try this out. So I bought a roll of the iron-on adhesive and a roll of just one color of the foil, and I had a lot of fun with it. So the adhesive is a frosted white, and when I first cut it, I thought, that didn't work because I couldn't see the cut lines. But once I trusted that my machine actually did what it was supposed to do and I peeled that back, it actually peeled just fine. But actually getting started was a little difficult. So this young lady over here evidently bought a Wonder Woman jacket while I was on vacation. And so I come in Monday morning with my Wonder Woman shirt that I played with on the foil. And Jean thought it was hers. So she bought hers. I made mine.
Terrible. There we go.
There you go. So you guys, if you know me at all, you know that I've been into all superhero stuff. That's just kind of my gig. And if it's a woman that, kicks ass, that's even better. Yeah. Right. So this is, it says Wonder Woman, and you can see the foil and how that is nice and shimmery. This is the sapphire blue. So this is the only one that I ordered, but I'm going to order more. So it was really, really simple once I got through that first, did it really work kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And so it's a lot of fun, and you can really add a lot of punch very, very simply. So the hard parts were trying to get the little stars out, because I couldn't see exactly where to stab to remove that. That was the hardest thing, but it went very, very smoothly. So what you're actually doing is cutting the adhesives into whatever your design needs to be. You press that on. I do have a heat press, but you don't have to use a heat press. But you're going to press the adhesive on, peel off the backing, lay your foil on top, and then press again. And that hits that into there. And then the foil literally just tears away on anywhere that's not stuck on that adhesive. So it was very, very easy for a lot of punch on what is coming out. So we would love, I want this color. So if there's a color that you think I have to do this in some project, let me know. I'm going to order the adhesive for the store, and I'm going to order some colors, but I'd love some, if you guys have a color that you would really like to see. I don't think we'll start with like 20 colors. We'll have to start smaller than that, but we can build to that. So great news, because it's that time of year where Scan and Cut can really come in and help you make Christmas gifts and different things. I came up with a great idea over vacation, but my mom is watching, so I can't tell you because it would be for her. So, her and my dad and in-laws and, the whole shebang. But it's going to be a big secret. So, because I can't tell my mom to go away. That's just not cool, right?
Sign out, Mom.
Hi. But yeah, so I came up with some really cool stuff, and I will bring some samples into the store and maybe just hide them. Mm-hmm. My mom usually tells me when she's coming, so I can be prepared. Yeah. But yeah, I've got some really fun stuff. Right.
We need demos.
I absolutely. We totally get that. I would be more than happy to do that and show you guys how it ended up being. I was telling Sarah, because we were texting as I'm on vacation, and I was like, yeah, I did it. And it was a little bit hard at first, but once I figured it out, it was very, very simple. So absolutely happy always to do demos for different things. And hello to Penny. Since you're a little late, I'm going to say hi to you too. So.
Does it launder okay? We haven't laundered it yet.
I haven't done that yet, but it is supposed to. So one of the things about foil is generally it's not a permanent thing because of the way that it's made. So that's one of the things that this is it is considered a permanent foil. So that adhesive that is on there isn't going to go away. So I certainly can throw it in the wash and let you guys know that, but I didn't get that far yet.
Not enough hours in the week.
There is never enough hours in the week.
Right.
But I was really, really taken with it. And I think that it worked really smoothly and really well. And I got to try out my new heat press. So that was fun. Mm-hmm. Next, I'll have to try the little cup attachments and everything.
Yes.
I got all these fun toys and no chance to use them.
No chance to use them. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I don't know that I have anything else. I think those are all my goodies that I have. Do you have anything else?
No, we have some new stuff coming to the store. So we ordered some new thread racks because you can never have enough thread.
Thread is so much fun. So is the rack going to be filled when it comes?
Yes.
So that's always fun.
Yeah. So we have a new polyester sewing thread rack for Metler. We've been carrying that for a while.
We've been carrying it for a long time, and it's this massive thing that has like 20 million shades, and a lot of those shades tend to sit here for a little bit. So we're actually going to downsize that a little bit.
Yep.
And streamline it. And the rack will hold both the large spools and the smaller spools. So that's a really nice for us.
For us.
Because it's actually somewhere that everything will go and we can go, oh, we're missing that, or
Yep.
so on and so forth. So that's really great. But the other one I'm
And-
really excited about for
Right.
you.
We are gonna get a Presentia thread rack. So we'll have more than just 2 shades of Presentia now.
Or the random
or
wrong
the
color
random
that I ordered.
Wrong color.
That
yeah.
I didn't mean to
So,
order that. Oops.
Yeah, we
But
have. I don't
there's
know.
going to be shadings of those. So that's a cotton
Cotton,
thread,
and the other is
and
polyester.
it's a versus the poly. So you kind of want to match
Yes.
to have the right thread for whatever it is that you're doing. So there's some really pretty colors that are going to come in, and of course we'll still carry the white and the off-white
Mhm.
and
But
and
we'll
whatnot.
have
but
black, browns,
we'll have the other
pinks,
colors
purples.
available
We'll have
as well.
choices. Yeah. So if you want to use
So
it to do some
I'm
applique.
curious, and I've not actually asked you this question before, so I'm totally putting you on the spot. Have you ever tried putting that Presentia in embroidery as a flat matte color?
I have, and I have had 0 issues.
Okay.
I use it all the time when I'm quilting in embroidery.
Yep.
But I have done it works best like open shaded stuff. The thread, it holds up pretty well. Not that I want to knock any other. I also have an assortment of Aurifil threads at home, which are really embroidery threads. But it actually works nicer than my Aurifil thread.
Okay.
It breaks less going at the faster pace. So
Cool.
it is kind of fun, and it's pretty fine. So it's a little bit like fine.
It's a fine line type. Yes, it's a lighter.
Yeah.
um,
So it does work really good, and it does give you like a really matte.
which that can be a lot. You can have 2 designs stitched in the exact same colors. One of them the sheen with regular embroidery thread, and then throwing in those cottons in it. It's just so stark. It is such a cool thing. I was really bummed when we couldn't have that thread rack of matte anymore, because it really does
Yeah, it was
make
really
a big
nice.
difference. It's a beautiful contrast option.
Mhm.
For a long time before I started working here, so we're talking like 5 years ago, we did carry Mettler cotton, and we had a whole rack of that. And unfortunately, I think the only people that really liked it was the ones that were working here, because it lasted forever. We never had to refill that rack or anything. So we finally ended up
Right.
marking it down and just moving it out of the store. But cotton can be a really cool look in your embroidery. So you can really do that. Somewhere around here we have Pooh Bear, and he is done in the Mettler cottons, which you can see if you ever want. I don't remember where he's at the moment, but he keeps walking around and I lose him.
Roseanne wants to know, can you embroider over it?
I'm assuming you're meaning this, and I don't see why not. It is actually fused directly to the shirt, so it wouldn't like crack and break open or anything like that and come unfused. At least I don't think so. Again, I haven't tried it yet, but
Make
there's
cool,
a first time for everything.
Yeah, it would be a
So,
cool applique.
It would be, yeah,
To use that inside.
absolutely.
Absolutely. That would be fun. Yeah, Roseanne, let us know how that works.
That's on you. Tag, you're it. No.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that sounds like a lot of fun. Mixing different textiles in your embroidery hoop is a lot of fun, which is why I really like these guys here. You could just add so much. And maybe you have the right color in film, but you don't have it in actual fabric, but you can mix and match and you can use those things. It's really, really fun. Yeah.
So we have some new thread coming to the store, better prices on
All of our heat transfer vinyls
vinyl.
that are sold by the foot.
Foil coming up.
Foil, it will be coming. We'll get that ordered. And again, shoot us an email and say, hey,
Yeah.
I'd love to see something or other. And, if we get 20 million different colors, obviously I can't do them all.
Right.
But if we get a lot of a color or whatnot, we'll go that route there
Yep.
too. So
We have the fun classes coming up.
Yep.
Some great sales on machines. As always, we sell sewing machines here. In case you didn't know.
I thought I should mention that. I don't think we talked about that today. So.
And I don't know if you probably didn't see. We got some of the new 225F Scanicuts outside.
I heard Gene was sitting on them.
He
That
was.
That's
He
as
was
much as I heard
sitting
about it.
on the pallet.
So-
the boxes are safe. No worries.
Oh yeah, there's so
but
much packing in those.
He was resting on them. So yeah, they're while you were gone, I sold a bunch of Scanicuts
Yeah, she sent me a text. I sold 4
for this weekend.
She's like, I haven't sold that many since I started working
I
here.
usually
So.
just pass the buck. So
But you got
yeah,
the buck passed to you. It
I
sounds
did.
like
I
so
did
that
get
was
the buck passed to me. So
but
yeah.
yeah, so Scanicut they changed the packaging more than anything. The machines themselves are all going to work the same as the previous machine model numbers. The 225 is now the 225F, and the SDX 230D
D
is
is
now
now
a 230DX, because, you know, that's not
Should
confusing,
have been DF, right?
right? DF
For
the
the fabric
fabric.
mat.
hmm
They mask us.
They never ask us. We have such great ideas and they never ask. But so we do have some more of the 225Fs in stock now, and those come with that fabric mat. So a lot of you guys, when you come in originally and ask about the scan and cut, you say, you know, I'll always ask, well, what is it you want it to do for you? So I know what kind of questions to ask and answer. And I would say about 80% of people tell me they want to cut fabric with it. That's the main reason that they get into a scan and cut at some point. And then they get it
And they
because
cut
I show them
everything
how easy it is, and they go, wow, that's really great. Yep, I need one of those. And then they come to class and they go, oh, I can do that too. And you go,
And then they don't cut fabric
And
on
then
it
they don't
for a
cut
while.
fabric. So, you know, 80% when they buy it and it ends up maybe 50 or maybe.
Mhm.
I don't cut a lot of fabric personally. I tend to be a pretty good cutter. Some people aren't. And it's a really great thing for you. If I'm doing something in bulk, absolutely. Or a real fussy, I did the snowflake mug rug from Kimberbell. I really wished about halfway through that one that I had put that through the scan and cut. I was like, holy crap,
Yeah,
I'm still
all
cutting
those
this.
pieces.
There's
Yeah,
lots
insides
of-
and outsides. Yeah.
I mean, and then down, and it's just, stuff like that is really, really great for it because it cuts it perfectly. You just pop it right in where it's supposed to go and you're all done. So if you'd like to know how to do that, come to my class.
Talk to Lisa.
Talk to me. I'll show you how it all works. So Disco Gnome says, have a great week.
Yeah.
And we're happy to help you out. And we appreciate you guys checking
We'll
in.
see you
We'll
next
see you next week.
All
All right.
Bye.